Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're gonna talk about reading guys the candles. This stuff is very important guys because a lot of people they don't know how to trade, especially if it's a day trading. So basically if you like the quick scalps, yeah, you don't really need the overall trading market and all the stuff. Yeah, what actually do you need? You need just like previous couple of days price action. That's it. That's all you need guys. And I'm gonna teach you in today's video how you can identify that and to know where to head like the next day. Yeah, so if you check my previous videos guys, yeah, it's very simple guys, the way how you read, because it's very important. If you can read the price action, yeah, and if you can predict the next candle, then that's gonna be much easier for you. Yeah, so let's just start from here. Yeah, let's just start from here. Yeah, and the way how I like to look at it, yeah, I see in here like a beautiful bullish engulfing. Yeah, and let's just think logically on different way. Yeah, not just like how it looks like. It looks big, it looks green, but what actually else here happened? Here happened like this candle literally broke this high, this high, this high, this high, and this high. So basically on this particular candle, yeah, above daily highs and lows is liquidity. So they took all the liquidity from here. So basically it doesn't show me that the price it wants to go down. Yeah, so for me the next day what I will predict is to come down, to retrace somewhere, maybe up to here, maybe somewhere in the middle, but I need to jump in the small time frames and find my zone. But the purpose of this video is to get the daily bias, where you're gonna scalp to and where we're gonna head to. So basically my target is gonna be this high of the candle, but I will look to pull back somewhere like Asia, London, and then New York, just to rocket to the upside. Yeah, so basically what happened next day, it literally came here, retraced somewhere, yeah, and just pulled back. Yeah, unfortunately the way how you seeing guys here, I'm gonna still be on trade, but I'm gonna trail my stop and I'm gonna put it above this daily low. Yeah, and unfortunately the way how you seeing guys here, the price action broke this low. Yeah, but the most interesting things, because a lot of people they don't really pay attention. Yeah, it's quite a weak, yeah, it's weekday it was like for the bearish. Yeah, but pay attention to this high. Yeah, this high is lower than this high, and this low is got broken. even if it even if it closed to the downside, yeah, is already giving me an indication, yeah, that the most likely the price action is going to go to the downside, because the candle is red itself, so that means the bears are on control. Yeah, the second one, they kept the previous day high, so they didn't took that out. So but they broke the low of the day, so that means the next day I will expect to go lower. But the thing is, because I'm gonna then you're just doing your own analysis how you're gonna get into a trade. I just giving you ideas how you can predict like the next candle. Yeah, so the next candle it literally went to the downside, and look how funny it came right to the top, but it didn't took this high and just went to the downside. I think that was the news event, something like that. Yeah, the next day, yeah, I will check and I see, yeah, like, yeah, definitely I'm gonna look for sales. And unfortunately, I look at this beautiful price action, I'm gonna look for sales. Yeah, but and it came back up. Yeah, but the problem is because they took this low, guys, they took this low, and look how strong this candle closed. So obviously if they took this low, yeah, it still looks for sell next day, but I would be way careful to take sales next day, just because it broke this low, and look how strong this day closed. So basically I would expect here buys on the next day. That's what happened, guys. beautifully, yeah. And the way how you seeing, guys, here is a beautiful green candle, yeah. They broke this high, they they hold this low, and they close even above the previous day high, which is, for me, the next day I'm gonna look only for buys. I'm gonna jump into smaller time frame. I'm gonna look for the pullback on some zones, clear zones out of support and resistance, and I'm gonna take bias to this high. That's my very simple. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It had no pullback, yeah. And look how funny it is, yeah. The candle is small, yeah. That's the first thing. It doesn't have no wick at the bottom. That means there wasn't no sales at all, apart from the upside, yeah. And look at this candle, big, then smaller, and even smaller, and barely took this high. The fact that I took this high, yeah, I'm gonna be way more pension to the next day on buys, yeah. Most likely it can happen, but the candle is kind of too small, yeah, and it didn't have no wicks. I like when have like at least some wick on the bottom, because usual if doesn't have no wicks at the bottom, usually the price comes down and just fake plus. Here's tons of imbalance, yeah. But it doesn't really matter, guys, because next day what happened? The next day, look how beautifully played out, yeah. You could grab buys. Nobody tells you don't get it, but I would be more careful, and I won't risk my full amount. I will risk like less. That's why on the trade it must be like when you're going full, let's say full percentage, either you're getting less. Same here, yeah. They hold this high, so they didn't broke this high, yeah, but they broke the low, yeah, and the price closed above the previous day low, and it's a bearish candle. Why should I look for buys on the next day? Why, guys? What I'm gonna look for? I'm gonna look for retracement somewhere into this low, or maybe some of the zones that I'm gonna find into this candle, yeah. So what actually happened? Literally beautifully played out and went down. You see, guys, very beautifully, yeah. And actually that was my trade for today. Let's just jump into a trade, yeah, let's just jump to see it. So basically what happened here, yeah, I was expecting to pull back either into those highs, either into this zone, yeah. And the price action, what it did it, yeah, when I saw all these wicks, yeah, I'm like, most likely it's just gonna fake above, touch this zone, and then move to the downside. It wasn't the case. I entered here, but guys, that's the thing of everything, yeah. But that's gonna be for my next topic. I put my stop loss right here somewhere, and I was targeting these lows, yeah. And what I'm doing always, yeah, if it goes, everybody knows already the way how I trade. If it goes to the downside, yeah, it almost hit my stop loss, but it did not. But what I did, I scaled in somewhere around here, I think so, yeah, somewhere around here. Let me just grab this, yeah. I enter here, because here comes in place my risk management, yeah. I put it right here like that, and I'm targeting this one. So basically what happened here I had 1.2, here I had let's say 2R, so total is like 3R. The reason why I'm taking this trade, yeah, very simple, guys. It's going on my way, yeah. Why should I miss this move and don't enter a trade? Because once I enter this trade, I move this stop loss into break even, yeah, and this is a free trade. If it comes back to retest this zone, yeah, I'm just gonna lose one position. I mean, like the whatever amount I risk. So, but that's what I'm saying, guys. If I'm winning big, and even with how is it called, with wide stop losses. Because to be honest, like, I'm gonna cover this topic in the next video. It's just because everybody they overthink too much about winning strategy and all this stuff, but actually that's not the case, guys. I understood in one point that the strategy is does not matter as long you can control your risk. What I mean by controlling your risk is controlling your losses, guys. Because if you can't control your losses, yeah, you're just gonna keep losing all the time, because that's why you clicked on this video. You want to change something, and if you want to change, I'm gonna put more video the way how you can control your drawdown. So basically, you can lose less. So I'm gonna I'm gonna end this video right now because I don't want to take too long. It's already 10 minutes since I started. But yeah, guys, that's kind of my trade for today. It was very simple, very beautiful trades. To be honest, it was a little bit bad because it almost hit my stop loss, but it doesn't really matter, guys. It doesn't really matter as long you're making profits. You feel me? So be careful. Today is non-farm payroll news, so I won't trade. I won't trade this news. So just be careful and keep your capital safe. Have a great and wonderful day, guys. I'm out.